Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mishta with more madness. Please excuse my dirty clothes. I am out here picking up my yard for winter and tidying it up. And I've been kind of thinking about things in my head. And I thought, you know what? Instead of like going over things in my head and stressing out about it, I should do a video. I should do a video and show you guys the mental anxiety that I have going on and the stress that I have going on about my next surgery. I've been working really hard to get back to work and to be able to do all the things that I was doing before. And I hope you can hear me with all the traffic. Um, I've been really working hard though at trying to make sure I could get back to work and do all the things I need to do and get my bills back and everything. And I've been trying not to think about the surgery, but now it's coming up on time when my boss is going, "Hey, when do you have to take the next time off? When do you have to leave?" And all this other stuff. And the doctors are saying, "Okay, you have to get a COVID test, and you don't have to quarantine the 2 weeks or isolate the 2 weeks, but you have to isolate from the COVID test to the surgery, which should only be a couple days." And that's all fine. I don't have any stress about that. I actually don't even have stress about the actual switch of the spacers that are in there right now, and then the saline gets put in there, and I'm not sure what the saline is actually what it's in, but it's I'm sure in some kind of a saline package, I guess. It's in a shape like a boob shape, I guess. And they put it in there instead of the spacer, which has been really lumpy and weird. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but like there's weird lumps and weird hard corners on the edges. And I've been just trying not to do any videos about this yet because I didn't want to seem like I was shaming the doctor or shaming any of the procedures that went on, because I am not in any way unhappy with getting the cancer gone and having the new ones and all that. I'm not unhappy with any of that at all. I've been trying not to freak out on the fact that they do have corners, and it's been very painful getting back to work and doing physical therapy. It's been super painful. A lot of the edges really hurt after I work out or after I do a long day of work. And it's just because my job is very physical, so I think that's part of it. But it can be really super painful. There's really, really sharp, not sharp, but like hard edges around, like right on my breastbone, and right on my sternum. And so it can be really painful sometimes. But I just been working through the pain, and it's been feeling better and better and stronger, and so that's cool. But at the same time, the next procedure isn't just replacing those with the saline. It's also doing liposuction. Okay, so I don't know. I work out, and I've always worked out. I have a fast metabolism. I mean, I don't know. I don't really seem like I have a lot to do liposuction with. And the doctor has even said this before at my last visit. Her and the nurse were like concerned that I didn't have enough to liposuction. And so I was like, okay, well, what happens if there's not enough? Because I'm freaking out now. I work out. I have to work out to be able to stay in shape to be able to work because my job's very physical. So if I want to do any of that, I have to be able to stay in shape and work out. And they said, yeah, that's not a problem. Just go back to your workout routine, stay in shape, da da da. And originally they kept commenting on how in shape I was and how awesome that was. But at the same time, they didn't tell me that I was going to have liposuction to be able to fill in the upper area up here. And that's probably going to smooth out any of these rough edges and any of the unevenness. It's hopefully going to fix all that to where they're a little bit more proportionate. I mean, right now I have one that's like more normal than one that's really sideways a lot compared to this one. But at the same time, like, I'm not complaining. Everybody's are different naturally, and mine were not exactly the same before anyways, but they weren't this different. But at the same time, if I had bigger ones, they might have been. So I don't have any idea. So I'm told to just keep waiting till the whole thing's done, and usually they even out, everything gets all good. But at the same time, the liposuction is really stressing me out, okay? It's really freaking me out. I really have never, ever, ever wanted to have liposuction. I just always thought that I have the metabolism that I could go work out, and it actually is productive and it works. And I can gain muscle and lose fat, and it works great. And I've been super lucky in that way. Don't get me wrong. Super lucky, okay? It does take a lot of work, but I'm still super lucky that it actually does work, instead of some people that work out, and it doesn't work at all, and they don't lose weight, they don't get, and it's just because they don't have that kind of metabolism, and they're not doing the right kind of exercises. Well, for me, I know more of the right exercises to do. I'm not totally lean and fit 100%, because since I've been back doing this, I haven't been able to feel good in my head about working out as much as I really want to. I mean, I've even been putting off my sword workouts because they're like an hour long, and you sweat and you really work out hard, and I don't know if I can do that and stay big enough to be able to have the freaking liposuction, which is terrifying me. Okay, so I'm having so much anxiety, and I'm freaking out about being able to have this liposuction. And I mean, I've never chose to have this, never ever. And originally they said, oh, we probably won't even have to worry about that, don't worry about it, let's not worry about it right now, and we'll talk about that at a later time. And so I thought, okay, that's like an optional thing, and they're telling me I don't have to do it. Well, that's not what they were saying. They were saying that we just won't worry about it right now, because we don't want to stress you out about more things than you're already stressed out about. And so I'm trying not to freak out, but I am freaking out. And it's really freaking hard, because it is. I mean, I have never ever wanted liposuction. I always really thought that I could just work out, and then I got to think, okay, it's not because of that. It has nothing to do with that. Get that out of your head. And so I try to, and then I'm like, well, what if that goes as weird as these are? Right now, I have one that's like this, and then one that's like this. One starts up here, and one starts down here. So I'm hoping that all gets fixed. But what if this doesn't look good after? What if they don't do that well? These are medical doctors and not cosmetic surgeons. And I found that out with these, because they are not really the same at all. And I've been trying so hard not to freak out, but I've talked to a bunch of different women, and so far I figured out that it does not have anything to do with your insurance. You can be a nurse that has the best insurance, or you can be like me on government insurance, and they will still come out not the same. Each one is a different size and a different shape, and I'm like, what? If I had known that before, I might have gone to a cosmetic surgeon and seen if I could have it done there, where they would look a little more the same. And I am not bashing the doctor's work at all. Please do not think I am. I'm just so self-conscious now that I actually have them, that I want them to be more perfect, because I'm freaking out that people are going to notice that one's more round and sideways, and this one's more pointy and forward. And I'm like, it's like, I'm like, ah. So I'm really trying not to stress out. I'm trying hard to wait until it's over and the next procedure's done and the liposuction's done, and supposedly they know what they're doing. So I am so trying not to panic and freak out, and it's not working out. It's so hard not to panic right now and not to freak out. It's like a month away that I have to stop work and have those few days off, go get tested and all that. And besides that, it's almost here. And I'm just really freaking out, because it's I don't want to stop working out. I don't have time to eat more, and I don't have the ability to eat more when I'm doing more things, because I don't have I have an appetite. It's just I don't know, I'm not just sitting around eating and healing. I mean, I think I was a little heavier right after I was healed, and had been just sitting around for 4 to 6 weeks or whatever it was. And, I think it was like 6 weeks I sat around with doing nothing but eating and just, walking around a little. Well, this time I'm not going to be able to walk around at all. They're going to make me not walk around. It's 2 weeks that I have to wear these Spanx, these support garments, I guess, underwear. And I guess they're underwear that go right from here to all the way up to here. And I guess it's really actually underwear. I'm not sure. It would really suck going over top of underwear because that would be even more uncomfortable. It just seems like it's like a corset for your freaking pelvis area. And for me, I don't need my abs in a corset. I don't. And I don't ever want that. But I'm going to have to deal with it if they do this liposuction. That's a mandatory 2 freaking weeks straight. And so I'm trying not to freak out about that. It's super hard not to do that. Like I said, it's super hard. I don't even know how else to describe it. I'm like stressing out about this whole thing. First, I want it to look good if they really have to do that because I'm so small. And they said if they can't do it here, they're going to go in my thighs. And I'm like, what if they do one bigger than the other or one more than the other? And then I'm going to have 2 different sized legs. And oh my God, because right now I have 2 different sized boobs. So, I don't want to have that. My legs are awesome. They're perfect the way they fucking are. And so I am trying to just breathe and not panic. But it's so hard. It's almost impossible not to freak out. So I've been trying to just work out a little bit each day, like 10 minutes. And I've been trying to eat good and just maintain what I normally would do that makes me happy and healthy and productive at work and productive at home. But at the same time, any downtime that I have when I'm just doing stuff and it's quiet, I just start thinking and I start just going it over into my head and I'm like, oh my God, what if they mess up the liposuction? Like, I feel like this is not right. What if that's not right? What if they have one side bigger than the other or one leg bigger than the other? And it's like, it just gets bigger and bigger in my head and I just start freaking out and just breathe. Just breathe. I mean, it was so bad that I actually decided to do a video even though I'm wearing my crazy work shirt and it's all stretched out and holy and everything. And I've been out here cleaning the yard and I'm just like, okay, you're panicking too much. You need to like do a video and put it into some kind of focus, some kind of good can come out of it. Some kind of productive thing that can come out of your freaking out. I've been trying so hard to like just watch shows that keep me in totally involved because as soon as I'm not totally involved, I'm just like thinking about all these things and I'm like, oh my God. And so far, when you go on the website of UCSF, you look at their reviews and no one speaks up about not being happy with the results. I didn't see any. Maybe they take them away. I don't know. Maybe everyone's too afraid to write anything unhappy. There's been a couple where they had some mix-ups and surgical things went wrong, but it was in a different kind of operation that I was even going to get. So I was like, okay, maybe that's something that I should never, that's something I never thought would be good. I was like, no, do one fake and one real if that's the case. I wanted to have both gone and not do one or the other, because that just seemed not good. They didn't seem like they would do it right. And so, sure enough, those are the only reports of it bad. Everyone else is just, there's none. And so, everyone I've talked to personally have actually come clean and said, hey, yeah, this is the same thing with mine. They're 2 different ways. One point's one way, one point's the other way. They're like this, or, they're just different sizes. And so, to me, that just means I think that we're all too afraid or trying to be too respectful to the doctor, which is totally cool because I respect the doctor immensely. And I'm just glad that they could do the operation and get it out of there, and I'm cancer free and I'm totally thankful. So I think that's what it is that we're thankful, and they aren't cosmetic surgeons, so none of us want to speak up and go, hey, this isn't perfect. So I guess I have to just learn to breathe and deal with them being a little different for now. Hopefully, they won't be so different when the whole procedure's done. And I have to try to calm down and breathe and not think that they're going to take too much or make it look awkward if they have to take it out of my belly. And then if they really have to go in my thighs, I'm trying not to panic that they would only take it out of one or take it more out of one than the other and have them let go. Ah. I mean, my legs are beautiful. I love my legs. They're one of my best features, and I don't want them touched. Uh, my my whole body was never something I complained about. I never even wanted fake ones, but I had to because of this cancer crap. But at the same time, so I'm kind of freaking out over the whole, I never wanted this in the first place, and now that I'm getting all these procedures done, it's scary as AF. It's scary AF. Or I guess AF is what the kids say now. But oh my gosh, it's crazy. It really is. And so I'm trying not to panic, but I thought I would do a video and share it with you guys. At least I'm not emotional and freaking out. But I have been a couple times here and there because of crazy things that have happened and talking to other people, and they had a really bad horror story. And I'm like, oh God. So I'm like, okay, just breathe. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And hopefully everything will be all good, and I will just look more natural if they're not exactly perfect. So, just breathe. And please do not think I was trying to bash the doctors there at UCSF. They're awesome. They do their best. They really do. And I don't think that they did anything bad. It's just I'm terrified of the liposuction. They don't have another option. They don't have any reviews or any pictures you can see of other people of hey, look how we did. They don't have any of that because it's all confidential because it's cancer. And it's people doing their medical records, not here. This is a spokesperson that had said, yes, they can show this to this, and now they look gorgeous. It's not like that. They have no reviews. None. And so I'm like, ah. So I'm going to keep looking and seeing and questioning, but at the same time, I'm trying not to panic and trying not to dig for stuff that's the occasional horror thing compared to how many people they actually treat, because I've only talked to a few people compared to the thousands that they actually treat, which some women might go, I'm more even now than what I was before. So I have no idea. I haven't gotten to see that many natural breasts out there as opposed to just seeing my own and possibly one or two other friends here or there if they were changing it, but it's not a whole lot. I mean, my ex-girlfriends, yeah, but that was just one person. Actually two, but still there was just two people, and one of them had fake ones, so so they were perfect. But anyways, I haven't had enough experience to compare all the women that have gone through the breast cancer reconstruction and all that. And so I'm trying not to panic at the few people that I do know that have had horror stories or complaints. And I'm in no way bashing the doctors because guaranteed, like I said, the few that I've talked to, as opposed to the hundreds of thousands that they do each year. Exactly. So I have no idea because there's no reviews. There's not even any good ones. Nobody's going, woo, check us out. I wish there would be, because then it could be okay, cool, I feel better now. They say that you can link up to a person to talk to them and have not a counselor, but a buddy to go through it with or whatever. But that's still only one story. And so it's okay, even if they have a perfect story, it's okay, cool, there's one good story in these stories, and that kind of evens it out a little bit more. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to panic any less. But anyways, I don't want to make this a huge long video. I mean, it's already almost 20 minutes. So I appreciate anybody that's stuck it out this long and is listening to my rants and my panicked and anxiety-ness. it is really hard sometimes when you don't really have a whole lot of references and a whole lot of people to ask, and you're just trying to deal with stuff on your own. And it's super hard to try to just come to grips with, hey, you know what? Do a video about this and just tell people how you're feeling and let people know that if they're going through the same thing, they're not alone, and they do kind of have a right to freak out because it is a really crazy emotional situation, but at the same time, breathe and try not to stress out, and because the more you stress out, the worse decisions you make and the more irrational you are. So it's better to do your jobs and get work done and keep motivated and breathe and try to, talk to someone about it. I'm talking to you guys about it. I have my counselor appointment this coming week. Actually, I think it's tomorrow. And yeah, I just gotta just breathe and try to handle it. And hopefully everything will go great and I won't have to worry anymore, and it'll be awesome. And then I can have these perky babies all my life. You know? But at the same time, I don't know if you can tell that the one's a little higher than the other one or not. I'm not wearing a bra right now, so you could see. But, I mean, this shirt does cover a lot. You can't see all the pointy, extra, weird, hard things that are around them. So, it's, it is what it is. But I'm not allowed to show that on YouTube. So, we won't go there. So, anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate y'all. And please, if you like the videos, like them, comment, ask questions. I totally will talk about anything. I'm an open book. And definitely subscribe so you can get notified about the next videos. And I promise they're not all panicky and But hopefully there's going to be some really cool fun ones too now that we know our way down to San Fran. There's some really cool places like the one I got tested at that's absolutely beautiful. And I want to show a video of that whole little park that we have to go through to get tested. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I just wanted to share all that with you guys, and have a peaceful day. And please stay safe out there. Wear your mask. Just be safe. Just do it.